Alrighty. Did I turn my phone back on? No, of course I didn't. What's the shot looking like? Okay. Let me turn my phone back on, see if we can get live on Amazon. Alright, let's see. Are we live? Live. Yep, we're live. Alrighty. Did I turn my phone back on? Okay, I need the sound eventually. Hey guys. Sorry. You guys have probably been, you guys have been here for a hot second chatting. Okay, so I was literally just getting lost in creating projects. And then I was like, Alexa, what time is it? Okay, I was like, she's going to answer me. And she was like, it's 12:55. And I was like, what? Holy moly. So, okay, let me bring you guys a little bit closer. I don't know. So, we're going to chat. We're going to hang out. I can't believe that this was already leaked. So, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. But I was way less excited about it once it leaked. So I posted a picture of what was leaked on my Instagram, and I'm like, there better be more. I'm hoping there's like 2 or 3 more products they're gonna release today. But basically the venture, right? The Cricut venture. Let me see if I can get us live on Amazon, because I added some comparisons just to give you guys some details on already what I'm kind of thinking. But I was just like, that was so anticlimactic. Mind you, the video that we're about to watch probably is going to be very hype. This is what happens, is the video comes out and it's extremely hype. And let's see, preview. So it's always super hype, and then you kind of like, the video gets over because they're very excited about this new product. They've been waiting to launch it and all the things, and so the video promotion of it is usually pretty up there with all the key elements. But then your brain starts to go like, but what about? And that's kind of where I'm hoping we can kind of pre-do this, since we know exactly, like, I think we know exactly what's coming out. I don't know. So the leak happened through Michael's. I don't know how. I looked on Michael's. I couldn't find it, but a lot of people are saying they were disappointed. Let's have hope that maybe there's something else that we don't know about that is going to be released in the video. Maybe it was like a, let's let this product leak while this new thing is coming out. But I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I really do think that this big laser cutter is not laser cutter. Scratch that. It's not a laser cutter. That's what we all wanted it to be. Katie says, I was so disappointed. Nancy says, I was very disappointed. Hey, guys. Okay, you guys have been here for a hot second commenting, so it's currently 3:53 Disney World time, 12:53 Disneyland time. So not sure if it already started. No, it's supposed to start at 1:15, so in 17 minutes. So we've got some time to speculate and chit chat. And I was originally going to go live at like 12:30 my time, and then we'd have a little bit more time to kind of think on some of these things. But since we know what most likely this product is, I didn't want to talk about it for very long. So I was like, I'm gonna try my hardest to be super open-minded. I'm gonna be open-minded, but I'm gonna try my hardest to be positive about this machine, because I feel like, and I don't feel like it's my fault, but every time this has happened, I've been let down and the community has been let down. So then I sound like all I'm doing is bashing products. And what I really want to do is be super excited about a product, because nobody wants to sit and make content about things that are bad. Like, I personally don't like making bad reviews. So Cricut in their flop era. How long is this era gonna be? I have so much to say, and I don't want to like speculate that this is all and then make my statement, because if there are other machines that are about to be released and they are going to be amazing, and then they're like, by the way, we also have this large vinyl cutter that we've also been working on, then I don't want to eat crow. Is that what you call it? Same, Sarah, but there are other cutters that already do this. Exactly why I was hoping Amazon Live would work, and it looks like it's not going to. I love you, technology. I really, really do. YouTube has always got us going strong, though, so it's whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I have the open house. I'm gonna put the link to the Facebook open house in the chat, so you don't have to watch it through my browser. That's a really long link. Oh, I can't comment that. Can I just comment the Facebook? Like, what does that link go to? Ugh. I don't know if that link works, guys. Let me click it and see what happens. Oh yeah, okay. For some reason that link had like tons of stuff after it, so I just deleted that. Look at me being techie. I feel like I'm getting better at tech, but obviously I'm not gonna beat the multi-streaming, live streaming garbage. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So I should just put my phone down. Okay, shall. I was hoping for a machine with scan function. So I do believe that this thing is going to print and cut, because that's what it says on the Michaels thing, compatible with print and cut. Does that mean that it'll be able to print large format? I hope this video that we're about to watch answers that. So link, let me pin this. So this is the link to the event. This is where the live video will be. You can either pause me and watch it over there and then catch up once it's done. We're gonna chat after the video. Or you can go through the link and watch it yourself if the audio sucks or whatever. Like, I don't know. That is watchable now. Venture uses Design Space. Yes, I believe it's going to use Design Space. I know that if anyone has been cricketing in the last couple weeks, they have had this big, like, Cricut is going to be shut down for 2 hours on this date for maintenance. And then I had to update my Cricut Design Space today, and I think I had to do it a couple days ago too. So anytime there's a need for an update, it could also be a sign that they're working on something. My laptop needs its charger. So anyways, I would love a new tumbler press. Actually, when the video is playing, I'll go get my laptop charger. So, oh, but then I can't mute myself. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be okay. If the audio is awful on mine, just pause it and rewatch and watch it from your point of view. I'm excited to see what it's all about. I know they usually launch like 3 at the same time, and I had to go back and watch some reviews on that glue gun, guys, because you guys were like, the glue gun, the glue gun. I don't know where I was in my season of life, but I must have been under a rock when the glue gun came out, and I looked up the glue gun and I watched reviews, and there were a bunch of people making very obviously unbiased reviews on it, and they were very disappointed. Okay, so let's, in hindsight, not in fictional hindsight, pretend like the vinyl cutter came out and that's it, and that's what we're seeing today. My Amazon Live has, that I'm not on right now, has an example of thousands of other vinyl companies that have been in this game way longer than Cricut, who already have this ability. The problem is Cricut was supposed to be taking this industrial world and bringing it to a crafter's room that was tangible for the crafter. So when you go up and you say, well, we're going to make this industrial size-ish machine because you all are starting businesses with your vinyl machines, you're just going back to the big leagues where people have already been. People have been putting vinyl on cars, vinyl on windows, vinyl on sides of billboard, like just tons of humongous, large sized vinyl has already been a thing. It's been a thing for years and years. And Cricut revolution, the DIY world tapped into it. It'd be like if, and we're seeing this with so many different mediums and elements, because wood cutting is now becoming more tangible with your own little laser cutters. And I don't know, skill saw, there's so many things that were industrial, epoxy, like all these things that are now being rooted in crafting and just rebranded, if you will, as a crafting product or a type of product. And yes, you'd also need a wide format printer. So this is going to, if you are in the industry of doing wide format printing and cutting, again, like, this is probably, it just makes me wonder, like, why are they so far behind? And the leak that Ken did with the laser, which I think I said this in my last video, Ken has been wanting a laser since the Maker 1, the original OG Maker came out. He was thinking that that could possibly be a laser, and he was confident that this would be a laser. And I said, I don't know, because the patent is so recently filed that I don't think that it's had enough time to be able to get here. So the fact that they're going backwards with a larger vinyl cutter that doesn't have a rotary blade, I was like, ooh, if it had a spot for a rotary blade, game changer, I'd be all about it. Because you could lay some fabric up on that thing and you could cut your fabric pieces, which was what I was hopeful for, but I knew was probably not the option. And yes, everybody is saying $9.99. It's $1,300 plus the machine, and for the machine and the stand. So the stand alone is going to be $300. Whoo, this is where it's going to get it's not going to be, it's just not. It's these things where you're like, okay, $1,000 for the machine. We already knew it was going to be expensive. $300 for a stand, and that's why my Amazon, I don't know, maybe they could do a budget DTF printer. They're not going the route we want them to. They're not going DTF. They kind of went sublimation. Maybe there'll be a new heat press today. I don't know, but they went backwards again. And it's just like, once again, who is making these decisions? Or did you guys just make these decisions so long ago and it's just taken you so long to get to where you're at that they're coming out now? But do you not realize that we also understand that there are other machines out there that can do the same thing for far less? So the ones on Amazon are like in the $200, $300 range on a stand. Thank you. They come with the stand. Not $300 for the stand and the machine. And I actually have one sitting in a box that I believe Vivor sent me. And I just have not had the time to open it up and set it up for y'all to try to learn a new machine and try to figure it out, because I don't need to cut that big of vinyl. But if I did, I would start with one of those machines. I would not start with a Cricut machine. Way too expensive. Totally agree about rotary blade. Then this machine is not for you. It's not the casual crafter. I understand it's not for the casual crafter, but that's what Cricut is for. Cricut is for the casual crafter. Industrial machine creators who have been making things for the non-average crafter have already been doing this for years. That's what I'm saying. It is on the website now. Okay, I want to go over to the website. So everyone's seeing the deets. I'm going to let you guys tell me those deets too, because you guys are, let's see. Now, all that to say, I do have to sign in to see this? What is happening? Also, the website, I was trying to... You can't even buy the Explorer 2. Oh, Cricut Venture. Okay, so if you let me just share my screen with you guys. And I want to put me there so you guys can hang out with me too. Okay, so here's Cricut.com. If you go to machines, it's the Cricut Venture, and you click it. Oh, fancy. Let's turn this up. You can't even buy the Explorer 2. Oh, Cricut Venture. Okay, so if you...
Good morning and welcome. I'm Natasha,
Let me mute
and I'm
this.
here in the Cricut Studios with Ashish. We have something really exciting to share today.
Natasha, I am so excited. I couldn't even sleep last night.
Oh, maybe this.
I've been waiting for today for a long time. We have some really big and exciting things to share with you all. So while today's launch is about a new machine, let me first talk about the platform and design space. Now, over the past 18 months, we have made massive improvements to design space. We've introduced lots of tools like combined features, warp. Natasha, have you used warp?
I love Warp, but I love editable images even more.
I love editable images. We've launched Monogram Maker, background removal, lots of text improvements. Many of you were asking for print and cut improvements. We not only delivered those, but we added new paper sizes. In fact, we've redone and redesigned the homepage
How do I pause
of Design Space and the.
Hold on, because I wasn't ready to watch this video yet. Is this what's gonna, let's finish watching this video. I guess this is where you learn about the machine. The live will probably be them hanging out and going live. Did anyone watch this video yet? How long is this video? Because this is what we're watching now. So let's just watch it. They're saying they made design space changes. So already, I did notice those editable images yesterday when I was in here, so.
Destination pages added tons of inspiration. We got lots of new content to our library. In fact, our teams are working on so many cool features. Like,
I'm
Natasha,
really
you've
excited.
seen some of them,
yes,
right?
you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, it is exciting, and I cannot wait to share them with you. So we'll be back here, Natasha, you and I will be back here talking about design space in a few months, right?
That's right.
Well, today is
Few
about
months?
a new machine.
Hold on, design space in a few months. So all of those things will be available soon, but not yet, not today. That's not what's happening today.
We had about 100,000 users in 2014. Today we have over 8 million users. It's incredible. And we're just getting started. Over this time frame, we've actually introduced 4 machine architectures and several models. In 2014, we launched Cricut Explore. In 2017, we launched Cricut Maker. I don't think Natasha, you were here at that time.
Not quite yet.
Yeah, it was an incredible launch. So 2017, Cricut Maker. In 2020, we launched Cricut Joy, our smallest, most portable cutting machine. And now in 2023, we're gonna launch our most ambitious machine ever. In fact,
Did they forget the Explorer 3 and the Maker 3? Hold on, I gotta come back for a second. How do I get back here? Did he just forget the Explorer Air 2 and the 3s? Because there was a ton of machines that have been produced already. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was gonna be a literal reaction video. I did not know that this was gonna be on the website. But, okay, let's go back to not the very beginning, that would be annoying. No, I want that. There we go. Okay.
this was again before you joined. We started working on this since 2000. We started working right after we launched Maker in 2017. We wanted to dream big. We wanted to venture into something so massive, so big. So the first question comes up is, what user needs are we trying to solve? Well, we kept hearing that you want to make large projects, whether it's vinyl decals, paper projects, like
these
giant
paper
flowers, right? Like, look at these, they're beautiful.
Okay, hold on. I think we're getting into the good stuff. And I need to read comments really quick. Can you guys hear this? Totally agree about the rotary blade. Is there a huge difference between the 2s and the 3s? Remember when Maker... I had to pause you guys. There we go. Just get Caesar Romeo. It does more. Remember when Maker was marketed as being the last machine you'd need and would make more tools? I do remember that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess this is the video. Yay, we're here. Let's keep watching it.
Signs, heat transfer projects. You wanted to do lots of projects in less time. The second question that comes up is, who is this machine designed for? Now, it is designed for anybody that's incredibly enthusiastic. In fact, Natasha, have you seen racks of machines on Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook there are shelves and shelves of people with lots of machines.
Yeah, and you're making big things, you're making small things, you're making lots of them. You do this for your friends, you do this for family, community, schools, weddings, religious organizations. Hey, many of you, including Natasha, even sell your creative projects. Natasha, you have a business on the side.
Yeah, I have a little side hustle I started.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to have to buy something from your shop. You know, our teams have been working for the past 5 years. You know, we have combined the simplicity of a Cricut with the power of a commercial cutting machine. In fact, it's state of the art. It's crazy fast. It's huge when it comes to cutting width. Now, every detail, I'm so proud of our teams. Every detail has been designed with intention and thoughtfulness. It's been engineered with precision so that you can use it in your home and dream big. Let me introduce you to Cricut Venture. Wow, this is so exciting. This is Cricut Venture. Our teams have outdone themselves.
Can I pause it? First of all, I need to see if we're even live over on Facebook because they're supposed to go live at 1:15. This is what hanging out. Okay, yeah, they're definitely doing like a live talk thing. So if you guys want to watch that, you can come back and watch my video later, or you guys can, I don't know. Hopefully you can watch the replay of that. They're live. Let me see what they're talking about.
Think about us as the users. How is this going to work in my home and really integrate seamlessly into my life? So we'll show you how it works, but there are vacuums in the machine that...
Okay, I can't watch that. The audio's that's a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this as I had originally planned it, which I thought we would be watching the video that we just watched that is on Cricut. Let's go back here really quick. So we'll finish watching this video. Has anyone already watched it? I want to check in on the chat before it gets too crazy. I also, okay, they're doing a Q&A at the open house link. This is like a smaller plotter. Right. I have so many questions. The technology is there. I love it. I love the innovation of what they're doing, but the price is very high for what it does. I do like the huge mat. That's pretty cool. I was laughing because who on earth needs 400 cups for their bridesmaids? I mean, in all honesty, it's like the selling points of the Joy was like, how much can you do with a long roll? And then there's this, and it's like, now you need this big one. So it's like, do we need the big one? I'm really excited about paper projects. If you can find paper that size. And then I was thinking, well, poster board. So if you can cut poster board, it'd be really cool to make our 3D letters that way. But again, can you do that with another plotter, any other machine? I was hoping for a laser cutter as well. That's what Brenda was saying. Jack, I keep trying to find a machine that could cut out my patterns, fabric for sewing. Right. So I 100% agree. I want that size, but I want it in the Maker. I want the Maker 500. The Nimbus 3000, we need the Maker 3000, right? Okay, so final thoughts. Is that all that's coming out? I think that that's all that's coming out today. Well, either way, the heat press is cheaper now, $600. So I make banners. This is perfect. So do you do print and cut banners? Because this is where I want to come in. You don't need to go with a $1,000 machine if you're making banners for your business. I think it's great that they're promoting businesses and small businesses. And I really thought it was cute how Ashish said he would buy something for her business. Like, he's very personable and a sweet, sweet guy. It's one of the reasons why so many people love Cricut as a whole, because they do this really good job of selling the idea of what crafting is all about. But you're scaling back into that industrial size machine. Do not pull on the heartstrings of moms and people with very small budgets who want to start businesses. Don't do that, because you can go to Amazon and start for much cheaper, but you can also invest in a good heat press and some materials, not just the machine. So I get it, but I also will say, if you are starting a business, you're not in the business of buying the top of the line machines at the beginning. And I think this is the top of the line machine? I don't know. But this new machine and stand is ridiculous, right? I mean, it's very pretty. It looks great. But again, there's so many other machines that have been doing this already, and it's just really, really frustrating. So I'm going to let you guys go watch. Well, I don't know how much longer this video is. There's not like a time on it. Should we finish watching it? Is there anything else? I keep trying to find a machine that could cut out my patterns. Okay, let me go back up here because I know I've missed a lot. All those tools will work in Venture. So if you started out with Explore and your business grew to the point of needing Venture, you can use all those tools from your Explore. You can't. So you basically can use your Explore tools for the Venture. That is nice, because do you remember when the Cricut Maker came out and they were like, now you got to buy all new tools? But the goal with the Maker was to be the best of the best machine. And then the Maker 3 came out, and then they forgot to just say that. Like, are they just going to glaze over the fact that they kind of made people mad when they came out with the Maker 3 and the Explorer 3? They can't write that out of their history. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you know if it will cut fabric? It will not. Probably if you had bonded fabric, but we all know that that doesn't work very well on the Explorer series. So it's basically an Explorer series, but larger. Hey, who has always said the Explorer machine was always amazing the way it was? As I'm cutting right now on my Explorer 2 and my Explorer 3, and my makers sit over there waiting for me to sew, because that's all I really need my maker for, is fabric. If I didn't use fabric, I never recommend the Maker. The Maker is a beautiful machine. It's a little heavy, so like if you're trying to move around and take your machine places, the Explorer series is my favorite machine for cricketing and stuff. I don't sew enough for the Maker to be worth it. If I had a Mickey ear business or something, I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of this video while I grab my charger, because my laptop is wanting to kerplutz on me. Okay, let's go back here and let's go there, and I'm gonna play that while I go grab my charger.
Cricut Venture is beautiful. It's incredible every way you look at it. One of my favorite quotes ever was, great design is not just about how things look, but about how it works. So to help explain what Cricut Venture can do and how it works, I'm going to bring in the product experts, Natasha and Rick. Rick has been the lead product manager for Cricut Venture from day one. And I'm now going to leave you in their hands.
Thanks, Ashish. I'm so excited about this machine. You can really make bigger things than you ever could before. Rick, you must be proud of today.
Really excited about today. So we've been hearing from our members for a long time that they want a bigger machine. And we want to help you level up and also unlock your making potential. So Cricut Venture will help you make bigger things and a whole lot more things.
Now, Ashish mentioned that this product took many years to develop. So can you tell me more about that?
So instead of taking apart an Explorer or Maker machine and just trying to make those bigger, we really redesigned this machine from the ground up. And we looked at all of the core engineering and principles that make our cutting machines what they are, and we altered them so that we have a machine that's easy to use and performs the way we need. So as you can see here, we've doubled the width of the machine, so you can now cut twice as wide. One of the most important things that we've done is this 45-degree angle. The machine looks different than any other machine. And the reason we did that is if you were to lay this machine flat, to use our larger mat, you would need 4 feet in front of the machine, 4 feet behind the machine. That could add up to about 8 to 10 feet. That's your whole kitchen table. We really wanted to make sure this machine would fit in your home. Venture cuts precise.
Hold up. I have a thought on that. Yes, it would take up your whole table, because the only time you're going to need a product for this is if you have a business. And that's a lot of space that is needed. It's not a crafting machine, but that's okay. I do like the 45-degree angle. That's pretty innovative, because, yeah. But the plotters on Amazon, like, they roll into their casing. It's not on a mat. So they kind of like, it cuts and the excess sits on this side and then the finished product sits on this side. So either way, it's a cool idea, especially if you need to have a mat and for paper and stuff.
At commercial speeds, and we'll tell you more about that in a minute. It works with a mat and also without a mat using our smart materials. We've designed some new mats and a blade that we've included with the machine that was designed for the forces and speeds that this machine produces. It cuts 100 plus materials, and it's just the biggest, fastest, most precise machine that we've ever made.
Rick, you talked about doubling the width, and that's really big. In fact, I have this vinyl roll here that is 12 feet long and 24 inches wide. So just look at how big this design is. Now, Rick, I know Cricut Venture can do a lot of things. It's got lots of features and benefits, so can you tell me more about it?
Cricut Venture, of course, it cuts, it draws, it scores, it foils. It's an incredibly versatile machine. Like we mentioned before, it cuts in 12-inch widths and also 24-inch widths. We've designed new mats for this machine that can handle the speeds that we put them under, but they're in the same adhesive levels that you had before. So we have light grip, standard grip, and strong grip. we have a new poster marker that we're launching with this machine. It works in this machine, but also retroactively in all our previous cutting machines.
With the larger widths, I feel like I can see our members making large 3D paper projects, large paper flowers, big wall vinyl decals, huge stencils for maybe a table or painting or designing a wall, and even poster boards if you want to cheer on your team. I can't wait to see what people make with this.
All right, I gotta react. Hold on. How do I get me back and not you guys? Okay, so if they have materials that are large enough for creating paper and all of that, because the problem is, where are you going to find the paper the size that you need? Poster board, so you can get that from the dollar store. Are they going to come out with large scale paper? So you can get vinyl, and I'm not like muted or anything, right? You guys can still hear me. And I also want to read your guys' comments. I can't go back and forth when I have the screen up. So, okay, cuts into the money box. Do I have to go forward to get to the... Hold on, let me play this and mute it. Mute me, but play the live video so I get up to date on the comments. Too big, too much money. Right, so I could see the people who are wanting to cut large paper projects, and those people who are in the printing and the paper and the stencils. If you could have a stencil material that was large enough for the mat, I think that's I love smart materials, but they don't have enough options in the really large sizes, because when I go to get a smart material, it's because I'm actually doing a large project, not because I just want to cut a 12 by 12. Because when I want to cut a 12 by 12, I will just use my mat and my vinyl I already have. So when I need these smart materials, I need them in a lot of colors and I need them accessible, but it's hard to find the right colors and stuff. They're providing large cardstock, so that's exciting. And I know they make their money on their materials, so I'm guessing with the new machine comes new materials that will come out. And I've been, which Jess actually, she's here, welcome Jess. She found the 24-inch sheets from Michael's, and like those are really hard to find. I can never find them, but our 3D letters are going to be more fun to make with it. I mean, for the paper crafters, I feel like this machine is going to be really nice to have because it has the matte ability, and I haven't seen that on a vinyl plotter. If you're trying to make those signs though, and 800 bridesmaids cups, I'm not sure I would go with this for that. But paper crafting, I know there's a lot of you guys that make party decor, and I'm thinking of you, Melissa, who uses 200 mats for your projects. Like, this might take you down to like 20 mats. I don't know. So I could see that, but how expensive is the paper going to be? So 100% on the paper. Yeah, so I do think that's actually pretty exciting. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for cutting paper. I can't wait to see what paper they come out with, because that'll be really cool. And we can make really fun boxes, like our 3D letter boxes. You can make them twice as big. So our like boxes are about this big. So what, you can probably make them like this big. I mean, do I want to spend $1,000 on a machine to be able to do that? If I was selling those, it might be worth it. Like Crafty Mommy Bees, she sells her crafts, her finished paper crafts, and they're amazing. So it's like, that might be a good investment for somebody who is starting to make a good amount of money on their paper crafts. We are going to have tons of paper craft files. We already have tons of paper craft files, but now you can probably double them if you have this machine. So, rather have a rotary blade fabric options. I know. If they could have just done this with the Maker, and I know that takes a lot of technology, so it's obviously not as easy. I just realized I didn't even open my blinds. It was crafting away and did not even realize, which I really needed. So the con, not able to use the rotary cutter, felt, etc. You might be able to cut felt if you bond it. Okay, so let's finish this video, or however long it takes. It's kind of winning me in certain ways. Stencil material. If you could make a large stencil to do like your wall, because that could be beneficial for people who have a business, like who have a home DIY business or something that goes into people's homes and decorates, like or does murals or stuff. Like having large stencils, because I know stencils can be kind of pricey. So if you can make your own, that might be nice. Okay, let's go back. Let's play this video.
Why is that important? Because when you're making a whole bunch of the same thing for a community event or a side hustle, your time matters.
I can attest to this. I had to make over 100 paper butterflies, and what would have taken me 55 mats and maybe several days to cut, I was able to cut with Cricut Venture with 12 mats in a couple hours. It was amazing. We're going to show you just how fast Cricut Venture can go, but before we do that, Rick, why don't you tell us about docking stand for Cricut Venture?
We've talked a lot about the space-saving design, and this 45-degree angle can't emphasize that enough. But for a lot of our members, they need a dedicated space for this machine. So we created the docking stand for Cricut Venture. So we're going to start with the wheels down below. We have easy glide wheels that lock so that you can move this around because the machine weighs 35 pounds-ish. Moving our way up, we have catch baskets. And these are really cool. They open on the front and the back. And as you're moving a lot of material back and forth, it gives you a way to not have material hit the floor. You may think your house is really clean until you start putting vinyl on the floor and it picks up every last little thing. Now the catch baskets have some special fabric on the inside that is static dissipative, and that helps you when you're running a lot of vinyl back and forth. You can get sometimes a little bit of a static charge that builds up. Now, we also developed a breakaway feature for this catch basket because we know little kids in the home, they're gonna do what little kids do. Now, underneath the stand here, we have some hooks, and you can put mats and other things there. So a little built-in.
I'm sorry, my ADHD is getting the best of me. First of all, I need to add dissipative to my vocabulary. And what are kids gonna do? I'm confused. It's the catch and release because your kids will run by it and pull it. I'm confused why that's so important. I just had to get that out there. Anyone want to answer that one for me?
Storage underneath. On the back, we have some built-in roll supports, and that's where you would put a larger roll of smart material to load into the machine so it can pivot back and forth. Now, we call it the docking stand because there are some docking posts underneath, and once you put the machine on top, it helps lock it into place so that it stays right where you want it.
I have docking stand for Cricut Venture with my machine at home, and I can say it's a total game changer. I love that I can easily move this machine and stand wherever I need it because my making space isn't that big. So whenever I need to make more space, I just move it along and it's really convenient. Now that we've talked about the stand, let's show the speed in action. Should we show them a draw?
Let's do it. So we're going to show you a draw. First thing we want to do is open up the mat supports. And this is what a mat will go on to support it while it moves back and forth. And we put a mat over here. Now, we're doing a draw because it really highlights the speed of the machine. And Natasha put on an accessory, the mat support extension that we use for this larger mat. Now, as we load this mat, this really highlights, again, why we have the 45-degree angle.
I can hear a sound now. What is that?
Yeah, so there's a vacuum system that we also included with this machine to help hold down material at this 45-degree angle. And it goes on when you're loading and also while the machine is running. So we have a new marker, like I mentioned, that I'm gonna put here in the A clamp.
A for accessory.
Okay, and you wanna hit that?
So this is loading the material, looks like.
So it's gonna measure to make sure it knows what mat we have in here and it's the right length. So it's gonna home really quick and just double check that everything is in place.
I can't believe the mat doesn't fall through. This is amazing. All right, and then we'll press go.
Okay. So as it's drawing, you can see that 4 feet in front and 4 feet in back really adds up.
I can't believe this. This is amazing.
So space-saving design, so it fits in your home. We also have the vacuum system so that we get the precision. Design space is easy for our members who have had it for many years. If you're new to Cricut, design space is intuitive and a lot easier to use than industrial software. We have changed some things on the back end in design space so it can handle a ton more images and just content on canvas for this big machine. And lastly, print and cut. You guys love print and cut. Print and cut is bigger now with this machine. So we have increased it from the standard regular letter size all the way up to 24 by 28 if you have a printer that can handle that size.
Wow, I can't imagine all the things people will make with print and cut that big.
Absolutely.
Now, Rick, obviously this machine can...
Gotta go to the comments. Gotta go to the comments. How are you guys feeling? I actually really like it. Why is my video... I really hope we don't freeze like we did last time. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but at the price you might as well just save for a laser. Ooh, Jess, you didn't. Because, I mean, lasers can't print and cut though. Lasers can't print and cut. But I feel like with adding the print and cut, it takes it to a different world than lasering. So you do something different. But yeah, that's the hard thing is we never ever think that these things that come out aren't good. It's just the price. It really hits us hard when you're like, but it's $1,000. So I will say I love that the mats hang underneath it because I was like, where are you going to put those humongous mats? I already have a hard time storing my 12 by 24 inch mats. I like that it has a spot to put them and it's convenient and they're out of the way, but it's also easy to grab them. I really do like that. I still don't know why you need the safety thing for your kids. Maybe because I don't have a lot of little kids anymore, but I do. So I don't know. So am I getting it? Is that a question to me? I don't know if I need it right now, but the elephant was the size of a smart car. Okay, I really need to read all these. Okay, I read that 100% on paper. I've been complaining about the 12 by 24 not being able to buy multiple of any color. Right, so the selection. Now, one black pen is pretty cool for a marker pen, but are you going to come out with more colors of marker pens? And I can see that being really amazing when you need to do school projects or you want to do a big craft with your kids, or even making like, I don't know, just extra large coloring pages. Again, I would never spend $1,000 to be able to do those things. I would just whip out a pen and draw it if I really wanted to. I don't know. So watch the design. It's priceless. If I'm worried about my kids breaking anything, it's those sticks to hold the mat. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it's, so like if your kids run by it and they were to break it, it has a release so that it's not breaking. Just don't, yeah. If you have $1,000 machine with your kids around it, just make sure they know better than not to touch it. But it's whatever. If you're doing wood, a laser is good. This thing I don't think can cut wood for any reason. So I don't know if it's in the same realm as a laser. I think we were just all set on a laser because Ken thought it was going to be a laser. But for businesses who can afford it, it looks awesome. But for smaller businesses or hobby crafters, I kind of feel like I'm getting left out or behind. That is a reality, Katie. Like, that is really, really, that's why I went and bought the Maker 3 and the Explorer 3, because I was like, well, as an influencer that has to be able to tell people about these machines, I need to be able to have them to tell people about them. So I went and bought them. And now these machines are coming out that are like $1,000. I'm like, I will just use the plotter that was sent to me by Vivor and recommend the $200 plotter if people want to go that scale. But for paper crafting, it seems like a good machine. It's gonna be a good machine. We've always agreed that Cricut knows how to come out with machines that are really, really, really good. But you can do larger print than cut, but would need a large format printer to do so. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest and disappear for a second so I can open my windows up. But let's finish watching this.
And do so many
video.
cool things. It's got tons of features and benefits. What are the price points at?
Twice as big as anything we've had before. The speed, the space-saving design, we're really excited to see what our members can do with this machine. The machine itself is $9.99. The machine and the stand is $12.49 in a bundle.
These products will be available to purchase starting July 25th. We hope Cricut Venture encourages and empowers you to keep going on your crafting journey. Whether you're leveling up from a DIY craft or wanting to start your own crafting business, we know Cricut Venture can help you along the way. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the new machine. Should we go over to see what they're doing at the open house? Can I fast forward through this? I can't watch with that audio.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alexis, and
Sorry. I hope I can go back and rewatch that, but I don't know. So, do you guys want to watch that? I want to chat. So let's just chat. We'll watch that later. We know what the machine does now. It's only that machine. There's nothing else new. I guess if I ever wanted to make my own wallpaper, maybe I would get it. Yeah, and would you print and cut, like, printable wallpaper? That would be pretty cool. But you could only print 24 inches at a time. But, I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. Because as someone who loves wallpaper, I love wallpaper. Some wallpapers are super expensive. Some are not. But I think to worry as a small child might climb into the heavy vinyl and get stuck. Okay, I see. Should have showed more of what the machine does. The Cameo 4 and Caesar Romeo allow you to cut paper. Do they have mats that size too? It's fast, but I don't know. I like laser cuts and engineering. I would spend on that, not on this. Right. I think that's one of the things is, like, for the market of paper crafters out there, it's not very, I mean, it's big. Lots of people paper craft and lots of people make money doing birthday parties, and it's definitely ever growing. But, and also, like, my membership has tons of paper. Like, literally, Melissa's working on so many party paper files, so I should be like, oh my gosh, you guys can make massive banners and massive these things. But I will not ever tell you to go spend $1,000 on a machine if I don't 100% think that it's worth it. And I think that if you do have $1,000 saved up in your pocket for a machine, I would wait just a few more months to see what else might come out. Not by this company, but by other companies. Just saying, I need to get it, and I like docking table for the new machine. That would make things easier. I already got a $1,000 press from them. No need, need to wait a bit. I will cut balsa wood. I saw Angle Holden. It will cut balsa wood, but just be aware that it may take a very long time. And if you're into cutting balsa wood, I would try to get a laser. With an Amazon large cutter, we would also have to buy software as well, where this one lets us use Design Space. Okay. I'm spending it, no question. I'm spending it, no questions. Okay? This is, so I want to know why. I want to know where everyone's minds are at with this. Like, are you going to save up for this? Is this something that you're like, never, I'm never buying that? Is it like, I'm kind of on the fence, I might have to upgrade to that? Or is it like, I want it right now and I'm going to buy it as soon as on July 25th? To each their own. I don't really care what anybody wants to do. I love that part, and that we don't have to have a new learning curve for the software. That is a good one. Design Space is very easy to use. And as long as it works with Design Space, I think that's going to be, and I will say, like, that is one of the reasons why I have not opened the plotter, because I'm like, I don't want to learn another design program or another machine, because I feel like this machine works so much like my Cricut. I probably could get it and use it within the first couple minutes of having it open. That's the nice thing about knowing how. As you guys know, I have tried to get behind Silhouette. I have tried to use my Silhouette. I even have the Silhouette like the print and cut version, and I just have not been able to sit long enough to not get frustrated and not learn it. So that is hands down why I always say I like the Cricut machines the best, because they are the most user friendly. But all that to say, I don't like the price, but I wouldn't say that this machine is super out of the price point like the heat press was. So like when the heat press came out, I was like, oh, maybe like $500, what it's at now, maybe like $450, but $1,000 for a heat press. The fact that this machine is the same price as their heat press, I'm like, I was expecting it to even be more expensive, honestly, just because of their track record. Not because I think it's worth that much, but because I'm like, oh, it's probably gonna be like $1,500 or $2,000 if it's gonna be this industrial machine. So granted, if you can start a business or you do have a business, it is a write-off, and it's not the biggest investment for something that could actually speed up your time. So I'm not hating it. I don't hate it. And I've never actually hated their machines. I just hate sometimes how they let another machine come out when they were telling us that they weren't going to do that. But would I have been more excited if this was a laser? Probably. When a laser actually comes out, are we going to all be like, I just feel like they're kind of a step behind, but it's also maybe they're working really hard on their technology. Can you tell I'm an Enneagram 5? Like, I literally can try to see all sides of everything, and it kills me sometimes. I just think that there are options out there that are cheaper and do all the same things. I'm not interested in it. Says Anita, my business is just a side thing, and what I do, I have no need for a machine that big. I would rather expand my sewing and maybe get into lasers, says Julie. Not interested, especially at that price, says Kimberly. I will not spend $1,000 on a heat press. No way, says Rosalinda. I'm not the least bit interested in the machine, says Sandy. It is great for school too, says Fleming, says Janet. I will say, yeah, like if you could get your school to invest in one, that would be cool. Or I don't know, fundraise for it. Heat press price has dropped, says Glenda. Exactly why it should have started at that price, or less, because it's not. HTVront, all the way. I will not stand, like, until another machine comes out that knocks the Cricut machine out. Cricut machine still stays on my #1 machine. The heat press is no way would I ever recommend a Cricut heat press. I do like the print and cut. Love that too, says Teresa. Yes, Cricut look at crafters like millionaires now, Antoinette. So that's because that's their target audience. Their target audience is not the crafter that wants to save money or is struggling to try to make money. Their target audience is I hate to be sexist, but it's the women that can buy whatever they want. That's the target audience for Cricut. And then they see these things. I don't know. Was that rude? I don't know. Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know. I don't know who their target audience is. That would be fun to see their demographics. I'll be renewing my Disney annual pass before I ever get this machine. Ooh. Oh, okay, Tiffany. That is a good comparison. So what can we do with $1,000 instead of buy this machine? What can we do with $1,000 before we buy this machine? And Disney annual passes have gone up. We don't have one right now. So I will be interested to see what they offer on HSN. Just saying, for my business, I'm totally down for this machine, says Melissa. And Melissa, I 100% think that this machine is for you, for the way that it was designed. Like if they could have brought in like a perfect candidate for this machine and been like, who do we need to make a machine for? It'd be like Melissa. She cuts thousands of paper sheets a day and is loading 200 mats at a time. We need to make a machine for her. I feel like they made that machine. I feel like they made it for you, Melissa. And the fact that you make money doing it, like, and you do well with what you do. Like, if you're trying to make paper crafts and you're not really making any money on it, it's probably not the best to invest in a bigger machine. The nice thing about Cricut launches is that they are ready, and generally the machines don't have bugs. I need to wait for price drops, but the machines are quality out of the gate. Exactly. That is the one thing you don't ever have to really worry about when you buy anything from Cricut is, will it work? Yes, it will work. Will it be easy? Yes, it will be easy. Will I be able to upload my designs? Yes, you will, because we fought for that right. I'm behind on the video, but I can foresee the vacuum feature failing. Right, and okay, so a great option to bring that up. The vacuum feature thing is new, so I'm like, ooh, it's a new feature. What is the vacuum for? To suck it in? Was that what that was for? I was like, vacuum feature. Well, actually, what I was thinking about when the vacuum feature was being talked about was the machine is very quiet. And you guys, I think you guys may know, and the more you see me live and interact with reality, I'm very sensitive to sounds. Obviously, that video was very hard. Obviously, I'm like, is my audio okay? I'm so sensitive to sounds. So when I got the silhouette, and the dinosaur sound is not the worst sound. Like it like our washing machine makes this high pitch squealing frequency noise that I believe only I can hear in our family. And I just cannot be anywhere near it. So all that to say, the machine's got to sound good, and Cricut knows how to make a machine sound good. Can I use my laptop with this printer? So it is not a printer. It is a vinyl cutter and a paper cutter and a heat transfer vinyl cutter and possibly other materials, but I haven't seen it use other materials yet. I was thinking the same on the price point. The heat press was the same price, so I was worried this would be ridiculous, but I'm sure I'll get this. I got HTVront auto press for $189 on Prime Day. Ooh, ooh. So yeah, and you could maybe save money on other areas and then buy this machine. I don't know. It's up to you. Weigh all your options. Write it down. Get a whiteboard out. Write all your pros and cons out. I wish the print and cut was longer. Okay, Tay, I'm telling Brian you said I need this. Do not blame me for that one. Just let him know I said I don't think it's a bad idea for you. And then if he asks, is she getting one? Then you can be like, probably not. So it's really loud and it holds the mat down. Okay, so that's what I was also wondering. I was like, how much is this video edited and how loud is this actual machine? Because I was watching it and I was like, I don't think it's actually that quiet, but it could be that quiet. But with the vacuum, I mean, a Glowforge is louder, a laser cutter is louder. So, and also, if you're looking at getting a laser, ventilation and like there's a lot more that goes into just jumping into a laser. You could jump into this machine and get started in your craft room. Like vinyl cutting and paper cutting are not going to emit fumes that are going to need you to be ventilated to the outside world. So it's apples and oranges here, people. Apples and oranges. Stop going to Starbucks for a month and you can afford it, says Jess. This is true. And Dutch Bros is even more expensive than Starbucks. I feel the silhouette is really hard to use and it doesn't always come in the first pass. You have to find the depth and the speed all the time. Oh yeah, I don't like that. I do like the idea that that machines can self-measure. I believe the Brother Scan and Cut was doing that, but where does the Brother Scan and Cut even exist anymore? I feel like that machine needed more love on the internet, because I feel like that was going places. Ask for Cricut gift cards for all your gift giving occasions. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Silhouette machines. Their software is good, but seriously dislike their machines. That's the same way I feel. I use Silhouette Studio for designing sometimes. I have noticed that when I'm doing more extensive designs, sometimes when you export them, they can be a little funky. But that's to go with any design program. You just have to know your exporting settings. But I will say Silhouette Studio Design Space, Cricut machines. And I've said that for years. So I still stand on that. I mean, I need to test it for the membership, says Melissa. This is true. Somebody on our team should have one, right? I love my Brother Scan and Cut, says Jerry. Yeah, that is a machine that at the time when it was like trending, it was $400, and I just could not get my mind around spending $400 on a machine. And for what it can do, like the Maker can cut fabric and paper and print and cut and all the things. So I would still put the Maker above the Brother Scan and Cut, but I know the technology of the Brother Scan and Cut was there. So it was like, brother, where are you? One thing I really missed pre-COVID was how good Creativation was, because all the big brands were there and I could go and hands-on see all of these machines in person before I had to buy them or touch them. And now Creativation is just kind of like a stamping experience. So I love Brother embroidery machines, but Cutter, nope. That's good to know. Well, it got leaked. Everything got leaked, that it is what it is. Any other products? Has anybody been seeing any other things? This is the only thing that is coming out. Maureen, exactly. There's a growing segment of the huge Cricut community of 8 million people who the machine is perfect for. People growing their business or selling their crafts. Right. So I need a Zoom session for making... Okay, I need a Zoom session for making that giant paper elephant. That would be fun. Zoom sessions would be fun. Melissa's doing Zoom sessions with her community. If you guys want to jump into her, sorry, Melissa, I'm just like, hey, everybody jump into Melissa's stuff. Is Cricut at Pinners? I don't believe so. So, update on Pinners Conference. I am going to... They were so nice. They were like, we don't typically refund, which they didn't refund my money, but they were like, we can move your deposit to 2024. So this is the first time my team is hearing about it too, except a couple people. But I basically pulled the plug on Pinners this weekend and emailed and asked if I can move my reservation to next year, because this year has been insane. And I know I say that a lot, but this year literally has been insane. I was trying to work around all the stuff that we have going on, and it's just not going to work out. So we will be at California and Texas next year, and we'll go so much bigger, because I will not hopefully be in the season of life that I'm in right now, and I can save up to do some bigger and more fun things with my team and all the things. Kelly says, hey there, girlfriend, did I miss anything? Oh, girl, yeah, you missed a lot. So I would go back and watch the replay if you can. I absolutely hate to fussy cut, bought scan and cut just to do that. That's all I use it for. Hate the SNC mats and adhesive on them. It's awful. Yeah, so Melissa says, okay. I feel like I've been just like so MIA on so many things, and I was gonna see if they would allow me to move my reservation to next year, just because it's pretty pricey to be a part of Pinners Conference. But it's just not gonna work out. So it'll be big next year. But yeah, I will not be at Pinners Conference this year. And I won't be live tomorrow either. I'll be live maybe on Thursday morning, but I will not be live tomorrow. things have just hit the roof, the fan, the freaking sky in the last 6 months, but in the last like month as well. So I'm very happy with the Maker. That's all I need, says Kelly. Got to do what's best for you first. Thank you. And it's not even what's best for me, because honestly, what is best for me is being at Pinners and making creative things and taking my team to Disneyland and doing all the things. Like, I feel like that is what's best for me. Right now, I'm making choices that are best for my familia and quite a few people who are in need of some stuff. So, yeah, without sharing too much of what is actually going on, we have a lot going on, and maybe one day I'll write a book, but the story is being written in reality right now. I don't even know anymore. I'm just like, whatever. At least it's all hitting at once. I'm very happy. Okay. Okay. So how do you guys feel? I know we talked about our feelings a lot today. It's so easy for me to talk about feelings when it comes to a machine and spew it all out, because I'm like, it's a machine. I can literally take out all of the stuff I want. What is Pinners? So Pinners conference, and I've actually debated, I'm like, maybe I'll just go to attend a couple of them for fun to see like what do other vendors do and what is a make and take class and what are all these things. And I really wanted to get in to teach some classes. So maybe in 2024, those spaces will be open again, because they wanted us to teach classes, but I didn't get around to filling out the forms. So maybe in 2024 I'll register for our team to teach some really cool classes. But Pinners conference, to answer your question, is a conference that is basically like Pinterest. So there's fashion, there's food, there's DIY, there's tons of stuff. And I was watching some vlogs and it looks so fun. Like, so if you can go, you should go. You won't get to see our booth because I won't be there with a booth. But I have thought about, like, maybe we could still go and have fun at one of these. Or I could go just to attend, because it's really cheap to attend. It's like $12 or something plus parking. But I will say, I was watching the vlogs and like every craft costs money. So I was like, wow, how do you even pick which ones you want to make, because there's so many. So it looked like a fun time, like a fun girls' time, to go to one of these events. But to be present and to bring a booth and to set up a booth and to try to it's just a lot, because I would have to take a lot of people with me, and not just my team, but my family would have to go too. And it's Cadence's birthday that weekend, and so I just kind of was like, you know what, and we're moving, we're selling our home, so we're listing our house for sale in 2 weeks-ish, hopefully, Lord willing, and our front yard can get finished. But I will be documenting my home and filming all the spots that we've DIY'd and taking pictures of everything so that I can share that journey with you guys. But yeah, our house will never be finished, and we're just not in a season of life to finish our home, and we're growing. Our family's growing by a lot, so we are gonna need a different space. So that's it. Needed to refresh. LOL. How many machines do you really need? Yeah, I don't feel like you need. If you're a crafter, you need one. If you're a business, you might need a few. Just saying that. Like today I was cutting vinyl, and I was thinking of all these really cool hacks. So like, I'm importing our bundles, and I'm trying to cut a few of each bundle so that I have them ready for lives. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could literally cut the whole bundle out of one color 10 times, and then I could just cut them apart and piece them together. That's like a color hack. So that'll be a live. Spoiler alert. Congratulations, says Antoinette. So yeah. Also, we're gonna be on a TV show. Did I tell you guys that? Our family filmed a TV show. So I have a hard time remembering what I've told you guys, because I edited DIY Life for hours and hours and hours, and then I'm not able to post it because I cannot share personal stuff about my nephew, and he's in that video a lot. So I'm like, I told you guys all this in a video that never made it on the internet. So our family is going to be on a TV show in October, and I'll share with you guys more about that in my lives. And then I am banking DIY Life to kind of debut once all of this stuff is kind of in the background and we can move forward with our lives. So I'm still documenting, I'm just not posting it anywhere. But yes, you told us. So yeah, I did tell you we're on a TV show. And then our cabin that we bought, we Airbnb it like 24/7. So it is always booked. Our goal is, with the sale of our house, that we can pay off a lot of our cabin so that we can raise our family being able to use our cabin. And we're going to rent somewhere for a little while. And if we need to Airbnb our Airbnb out, we can do that. If we don't need to Airbnb it out, we can use it, because it's a beautiful cabin, and I'd love to share more about it with you guys, but it is literally booked all the time. Like, a friend was like, it's 108, can we go to your cabin? I was like, it's booked, which is such a good thing, but at the moment it only pays for itself right now, so we have to keep it booked. Not what it is or what channel. Yeah, it'll be on, it's funny because, well, I can't, it'll be on HTV, which is funny because it sounds more like it has to do with our, I don't know. It's just, it's a fun show. It's a fun show. Great for you. Okay, so I'm gonna get going. I will not be live tomorrow because we have some stuff we gotta do, and I'll be live on Thursday, maybe a few times, because I'm setting up a bunch of things that I can do quickly and get on the internet for like learning purposes and teaching purposes. And then I should be back to my normal schedule next week. It's Barbie week, so maybe on Thursday we'll do Barbie stuff, because she comes out on Thursday. So we're going to do some Barbie crafts on Thursday, because I have more shirts I want to make. And I'm going to send out, if you already have signed up to my emails, the Dropbox folder that is signed up to the email, that is the same, like, that's where I'll be putting all the files. So if you're ever like, she said she's going to send out this free file, it's in that folder. So if you go to last week's email, you can get to that folder. But I will send out an email today or tomorrow that has the Barbie file in it. But it is in there. You can get it right now for free. And then it is on our membership. And a bunch of Barbie files are out on the What's New page. I want you to do another holographic HTV project. Okay, I literally just cut some. Oh, look at me. Like this. I literally cut a bunch of stuff to weed while we were live today. It just didn't work out. I was cutting so many things, and I was like, it can't possibly be even close to 1 o'clock. And it was. That would be great to see you more for teaching. Thank you. Michael's will have it also. Yeah, I will have links to this new machine and all the other things. But again, you decide what is best for you. Don't go out and rush and get it just because it's the coolest, latest, coolest new thing. It is pretty cool. Like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, it is a pretty cool machine. But is it expensive? Yeah, it's really expensive. So, all right. I will see you guys Thursday. And that's all she wrote today. And go watch the Facebook Live. I'm going to go pop it on and listen to it for a little bit while I wrap all this.